Welcome everybody back to the Bling Bling Jam brand new YouTube station. I'm so excited today to have my good friend here, Michael Mauthe. He has been doing balloons and magic for a while. I don't know exactly how long, but we're going to find that on the interview. That's the purpose of these interviews. We want to get to know each other a little bit better. And he always comes to the Bling Bling Jam. But right now, I want to ask him the questions, and I want it to be all about him because I want you guys to get to know him. And so Mike's from Chicago, and I know his wife's also a face painter. But tell us, how long you've been doing balloons, how that happened, what your business name is, what you do with your business, and how long you've done it. And take it away.
Okay, great. First, Steve, thanks so much for having me on. It's always a pleasure to talk to you and come to
Thank you for
Bling
being
Ag.
on.
Like I said, like Steve said, my name's Mike Mauthe. I'm from Chicago. I was a variety entertainer. My friend taught me how to juggle in when we were in high school, like in 1984. I know I'm aging
Wow.
myself, but in 1984, I became a juggler and I hated magic. And then I saw a guy doing balloons and I got into balloons. I started in 1984. So this is my 40th year.
Yeah.
I saw a guy doing it. I just thought it was the coolest thing. And I asked him how he got started. Well, back when I got started, it was all books and VHS tapes.
Yep.
There was no, and for the first 10 years of doing balloons, if you could make a teddy bear, a flower, and a heart wand, you were it. And
Yeah.
a one balloon dog. I mean, for 10 years, that's all we made. And then the balloons took off. Then, like I said, I started as a juggler, became a balloon artist. I became a stilt walker, a unicyclist, a fire eater. And
Wow.
then one time, and I was a clown for a few years. And then I realized one day that you could make more money when you're doing birthday parties and that, less work and more money doing balloons and magic versus putting all the clown makeup on, going to the gig after gig, taking a shower and everything. So I
Right.
focused more on magic again and balloons, and I've been doing balloons forever. I love doing balloons.
Yeah.
It's my main thing. And as I've gotten older, I've kind of retired from unicycling. I've retired from fire eating. A lot of my juggling I've taken out of my show because being older, I'm dropping a little more. But I'll do balloons till the day I die. And same thing with magic. I just
Right.
love it. And balloons and magic have taken us, me and my wife, all over the world. In the past 20 years I've been with my wife, we've been a lot of places. So
Yeah, you well, first of all, what's the name of your company?
we go by Mauthe Entertainment Group Limited. It's Mauthe because we go by Mauthe Entertainment Group because we do such a variety of things. Besides all the stuff I do, like Steve said, my wife's she's a body artist, she's a henna artist, she's an airbrush artist, she's a caricature artist. She's just an all-around artist, and she's really good. So because we offer so many different things, that's why we used Mauthe Entertainment Group Limited.
Oh, I
And
like
we've been
that.
incorporated. I've been doing this since '84, but I pretty much went full time. Well, I incorporated in 09, 2009. I incorporated, and that's when we went full force and never looked back.
Right. Wow. I had no idea you were a fire eater. That was news to
Uh,
me. And
I did one trick. It was
yeah.
called the Devil's Fork, and there's only two guys that I've ever seen do it. Me and a guy named Steve Preedle out of Vegas right now. He goes by Steve August, his stage name.
Uh-huh.
And it's a three-prong fork and a prong coming down. And what you do is you'd light the middle one and you'd smear the flame to the other two, grab the flame on your fingertips, light the bottom one, and then you'd get down and hold the bottom flame in your teeth. So you'd be holding this
Oh
flaming
my
devil fork
God.
in your teeth. Like I said, me and Steve were the only two guys I know who did it, and I
Wow.
haven't done it in years. I pretty much retired from that.
Yeah, I can understand. It might be a little dangerous.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. And I had no idea that Margaret did character art. I didn't know
Oh
that either.
yeah, she's a caricature artist. The funny thing about her is she can people do a caricature in 5 minutes. She
Yeah.
can do your portrait in 5 minutes. It'll look
Wow.
exactly like you. She can do your portrait in 5 minutes, which is pretty
That's
cool.
good to know. We might
And
have to
because
talk to
of
her
her
about
doing
that
that,
soon.
like I said, we've traveled to um we predominantly we do everything just like anybody else. We do birthday parties, we do
Sure.
park districts, libraries. But we do a lot of colleges and we do a lot of military bases. We've performed
Right.
on over 40 military bases all over the world, from Japan
Wow.
to Guam to Singapore to
Now that was
Guantanamo,
magic when you did
Cuba.
that, or you still doing that with balloons, the military base?
Balloons and magic.
Okay.
I've done balloons in over 20 countries and 48 of the 50 states. I've been to all 50 states, but I've only been hired to do balloons in 48 of them. I'm still missing Montana and Alaska. I
Wow.
haven't been hired to do balloons in Montana and Alaska. Those are the last two states. So
How cool
still
is
working
that?
on it.
Wow, that is amazing. Wow, my mind is like going all over the place now. But you're doing more now. I think if I'm correct, you're not doing the military bases that much now, or you
Oh,
still are?
we used to do a tour like every 3 or 4 years, and our last scheduled tour was 2019,
Oh
and
wow.
COVID hit, and it never happened, and we haven't had one since, and I don't know if we'll get another one.
Okay.
So we might not be, but now, like I said, it's funny. We've done over 40 military bases outside of the country. We've only done 2 military bases in the country, and in the U.S. there's a ton of bases, but we have one. As a matter of fact, next Friday we're going to be in Oklahoma at a military base. So,
How cool.
but we're
Wow.
trying to get more of them in the U.S.
Sure, sure. But you're doing a lot of the college market now,
Yes.
right? And so what do you do there, and how did that come about?
Predominantly, I connected with an agent, and she only books colleges, Disney, cruise ships, and the military. So I used to work for Disney quite a bit. Whenever I was in Florida, she'd call them up and say, "Hey, Mike's in town. Do you want him to do balloons at blah, blah, blah?" So I've done street shows at Disney. I've done walk around magic at Disney, and I've done balloons at Disney. But those are only 4 things. Like, if I'm on a job at a college and somebody walks up and says, "Hey, we have this corporate picnic we want you for," she would just tell me to book it myself because she doesn't want to deal with it. She only books colleges. So we do a lot of colleges and the military bases through her. And once we connected with her, we go all over. When most of our college work is just the obvious things like spring fling, fall fest, family weekend, Sibs weekend,
Right.
orientation week, late night breakfasts. There's not an event on a college campus that we have not done. You
Right.
name it, tailgate parties, sorority parties,
Mm-hmm.
we've done it. And
Would
it's
you
our
say
biggest market and we
that's
enjoy
like,
it.
yeah, would you say that's the number one market that you're in out or
Yes,
focused on? Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
Colleges is we do that's our biggest market. We I'm not to be like bragging or anything, but
No,
in
no,
in 10 days,
you
eight
do
of them we
well.
were on planes. We were on
Right.
planes
Right.
8 of 10 days
And you work
because
very hard, Mike. So and I know you do. So that's
and
great.
some colleges, some artists who book local colleges, they just do the same basic balloons that they do at any
Exactly.
event. Well, I try to distinguish myself by at colleges, I do the medium, difficulty
Yes.
balloons, and little nicer balloons. I do a lot of headbands, a lot of
Yes.
stuff on sticks and headbands, and I'm pretty quick.
Yes.
Problem is, most colleges are 4-hour events. So you're
Yes.
working really hard, really fast for
Mm-hmm.
4 hours, but you're
Mm-hmm.
paid really well. So,
Yes. Yes. I've done
so
a couple
that's,
myself locally, so I know what you mean.
and I
Yeah.
know you do. You
Yeah.
don't do the simple balloons. You're doing the quality to distinguish yourself from everybody else, and that's really important.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. So okay. So would you consider yourself, because I know you do some decor too for different people, would you consider yourself a deco twister? I know you like twisting a lot, but I know you can do it all. But what would you consider yourself, Mike?
Me myself,
Yeah,
I do both. I do both. I
yeah,
actually work for a company, Awesome Balloon Creations here in Chicago.
yeah.
It's a friend of mine owns a company, and I work for her company. She's a decor person.
Okay,
During COVID, to keep our income up, I did a lot more decor.
sure.
Um, a lot of the yard balloons, yard signs, yard stuff. I did a lot of that, but uh, since after COVID and since everything's coming back, our
Yeah,
colleges have come back stronger, our corporate work has come back stronger, and I haven't had the need to do
Good.
the
Good.
yard.
Excellent.
I mean, the yard balloons and that. So
Right.
any inquiries I get, I pass on to my friend who's my boss, the company
Sure.
I work for, and she does it. But I've when I first started out in balloons, I helped a friend out and we would do a lot of decor. But back then, it was the same thing. It was classic arches, it was classic columns, classic arches, balloon drops. There was no such thing as organic back then. So everything was the same and easy and simple. And I did a lot of that. But now, yes, I can do decor. I work for somebody, but I don't push it as
Right.
I don't
Right.
try to sell it.
Right. You love to be a twister, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I love being a twister and I love helping other twisters. And just like I said, if anybody ever sees me at Bling, or I'm an open book. If you have
Oh
any
yeah.
question about anything, if you have a question about getting into colleges, if you have a question about traveling, if you have a
Yeah.
question about anything, or if you see me make some, don't hesitate to ask. I'm very approachable and I'll be
Yeah.
happy to help anybody.
Yes, we appreciate that. I'm going to get to that in a minute too, but I want to talk more about your personal business too.
Sure.
Um, so Mike, um, is there an area, is there any other area that you're focused on besides the colleges, like a specific market that you like to do currently? And is there
Uh,
one that you haven't done that you want to get into?
I've always I used to be really big in with magic and balloons in the library market, my local library market, and like park districts. And
Mm-hmm.
I just enjoy those audiences. I enjoy the kids.
Sure.
Usually if you're doing a library, it's family. So the adults are with the kids, so they're a little bit more well behaved. Park
Yeah.
districts can be a little iffy, but they're fun. Kids have, they're looking for something fun to see in that. I used to be really big in those markets. Because we were on the road so much in that, my contacts have dwindled a little. So
Sure.
I really want to push to get back in the library market, park district market.
You want to get back into it.
Yes, I would
Okay.
like to doing either balloons at
Yeah.
carnivals or any events or shows, magic
Yeah.
shows. Like I talk to my friend Nick the Balloonatic all the
Yeah.
time, and he's huge in
Yeah.
all those markets. And
He
I'm
was
trying
just
to take
telling
some
me he
pointers
wants to
from
come to
him.
Boston and do one to show me how to do his show. I was like, oh my God, thank you.
Oh, I would love to,
Yeah.
I'd love to be his roadie. I would be his
Yeah.
roadie for free just to watch. He's a genius, and just to watch
He
him work.
is. He is.
But yeah, that, and then as it goes to like bucket lists,
Mm.
I've always wanted for Disney. I've always wanted to do military base. I've never done a show or done like balloons on a cruise ship. That's on a bucket list.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever cross it off. I've
Right.
worked, I've done walk around magic on a cruise
Yeah.
ship. It was a magic convention, and we entertained the guests, but I wasn't paid for it. See, I don't count things unless I'm paid
Exactly.
to do them. So,
Right.
um, but I'd like to get into cruise ships. I'd like to get into cruise ships.
Yeah.
I think my show's strong enough, and
I think so too.
but other than that, that's about it. Like I said, I'm going to push more
Yeah.
for during the summer because, as you said, our biggest market is colleges. Well, colleges are slow during the summer. You get one or two gigs,
Yeah.
but not many. Our summers are pretty open. I'd like to get more into park districts and libraries and.
Sure. Oh, that's great. That's really cool. Great. And there's nothing else that you haven't done that you were thinking about doing that outside of bucket list is something like an area, maybe like the bar mitzvah market or maybe trade shows or anything like that. I like
Yes,
to think
I've
about.
done trade shows and
Yeah.
they're fun. How do I say this? I get bored easy. I get
Okay.
really bored. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
when it comes to balloons, there's two types of people. When you're working there's two types of twisters. There's a type of twister where if every kid asks for the same thing, they like that because
Yeah.
they know they can make it and they're happy to make 8 teddy bears in a row.
Yes.
I hate that. I would rather make those 8 kids 8 different things.
Exactly.
So like trade shows, I like trade shows, but at trade shows, you're doing the same 15-minute bit
Yeah.
over and over and
Yeah.
over. And I've done trade shows. I just get bored with it.
And
I've only done a couple as a balloon artist, and that's a lot more fun. It's a lot, you draw attention in, but you can make a lot more variety in your balloons in that.
Yeah.
That's something I would like to. Um, Years ago, I've done bar mitzvahs
Yeah.
and they were a little crazy, but
It can
um,
be.
I'm always open. I'm always
Yeah.
open for stuff like that because
Yeah.
it's good. It's a strong market.
It's a strong market, right? And one sees you, and then they do pay well for those. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's great. That's great. Awesome. Was there anything else we left out about your balloon career before we get on to bling bling? Is there anything else you want to share with everybody that's listening?
Not
And
really. It kind of leads into bling bling, and
yeah,
that's there's just so much to learn out there. Like a lot of people try to they want to be the best balloon twister. I
mhm,
don't want to be the best balloon twister.
right.
I want to be the twister that everybody likes. I want to be the twister that
That's
everybody
working,
wants to hire. And I want to
right?
be the twister that's making the money. And
Exactly.
that's why I listen to the people who are out there making the money.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
you, Steve
Yes.
Klein, Nick
Yes.
the Balloonatic,
Yes.
Natalie,
Natalie.
Miss
Yes.
Ballooniverse, Debbie Stevens,
Yes.
all these Blanca Mendoza, all these people who are out there working, making the money. These are the people that I listen to, and
Yeah.
it just there's so much to learn out there. There's so much, and conventions like Bling are the best way to go.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, and thank you for that. And it is true, Mike, I know you are one of the people that I always say this term with like I said, with you, Nick, different people, you live a life of abundance as well. Like you don't mind sharing, and that's why you're
No,
successful. And circling back, nothing wrong with being a great artist. And like you said but we want to be with the working artist. And we all find that, and there's a place for the beautiful artwork as well, but a lot of times
absolutely.
people aren't making money and balloons are not free, conventions aren't free, and then people say I don't have money to go to the convention or I'm too busy. Well, we all know that you lose more money by not going.
Yes,
What you learn on another level, what I'm saying, of stuff, especially at bling bling. But anyway, you've been with I met you before bling bling and other conventions, and you've been a great friend and a great support to bling bling. You've been to every single one, and I so
I
appreciate.
missed the very first one.
Oh, you
The
did?
very
I didn't know that. I
Yeah, no,
thought
the
you were
very well. I don't know if it was a Bling or it was when you were at your group of friends. I think I missed.
no, you were at Fremont. I think I have you on
Okay,
pictures. Yeah,
okay. Well, maybe I thought I missed. I
no,
thought I
no,
missed
no.
the first one. Okay,
Before it was developed. Yeah,
okay, yeah,
you weren't at the jam, but you've been in every
yes.
blink. Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
Bling I've been to, but not the
Yes,
Jam.
and we were so excited, and of course Mike wasn't there as he couldn't be there that night. He finally got the king of bling. We had three kings. It was great, but we it's just a symbolism thing we do. You know what I'm saying? It's an appreciation thing. But you're one of the people that's always like when he's saying that everybody listen to this YouTube station right now, he means it. He's approachable. And even with the business side of things, everything with a lot of people is such a secret. You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
we don't operate like that at our event and the people that we associate with because when you do well, you want everybody to do well, and there's enough for everybody. It's just so interesting, and that's why you're successful, Mike. And I love chatting with you and seeing what you do and also being friends with you. There's no question. And those are the serendipities of like talking about the business side of things or whatever it might be, like picking each other's brains, and that's like huge. But anyway, I guess you can talk about bling. At this point, what you like about it, why I mean, of course, I'm talking like I'm biased. I am right. But coming from you, just what you think about it, why you think people should come, and really what you've gotten out of it through the years, I think is the biggest thing.
Um, First of all, it's the biggest bang for your buck. Every convention says that. Bling Bling is. And there's several reasons. It's one of the longest conventions. It's
Yeah.
one of the cheapest conventions. Um, what you pay for a hotel room at another convention, you can get 2 or 3 nights at Bling, the hotel. Um, all the extras, that's just the convention part. But just your lineup of teachers is just off the hook year after year. Every year we say it's the best one, and there's no way you could top it. And somehow every year you do. This year was not an exception. This year was
All do.
probably my
collectively.
favorite and everybody's. I mean, the lineup of teachers you have, the fact that you 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 have a nice balance of twisting and decor, but you always bring in that little extra. Like you might bring in a magic lecturer or a balloon lecturer, or I mean a bubble. You will bring somebody extra in to be like entertainment, but teach us another usable skill. And that's huge. I mean, you're getting a lot of it. The the people you attract, and like I said, I consider myself very approachable. I have not run into, and I'm not just saying this, I have not run into anybody at Bling who is not approachable.
Right.
Other conventions, that's not the same. Other conventions, some people you're lucky if you can get a hello or a wave out of them. There's people at your convention, I mean, just Michael Creighton. I mean,
Oh,
anybody can walk up to Michael Creighton. Darren Mornaboy. I mean, these
yes.
people, they would do
Ilya.
balloons 24 hours a day if they could.
Yes.
And they'll teach you anything they know. They're just the best of the best. And I'm sure there's a million things I could say about Blake, but it's my favorite
Yeah.
convention. And just the people, as soon as you open up a registration, I register because it's the one that I don't want to miss. And the way you also schedule it, and the biggest complaint that when I've mentioned to people, where people are like, oh, it's in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
Yes, it is in the middle of summer, but Steve schedules it. So technically, it's Monday to Thursday.
Yeah.
You can work both weekends, and I did that one time. Technically it starts Sunday night, but I had a gig Sunday night. I took the first flight out Monday. I really didn't miss much. So I was there for the entire convention. So if you really need to work that much, you could work both weekends, the weekend before, the weekend after, and still pretty much see 95% of the convention. And it's user friendly. People are, and he has a lot of serious competitions, but he also has a lot of fun competitions. I usually don't enter serious. I enter the fun ones and I enjoy it. It's just a way to hang out with your friends and just socialize and talk balloons and jam, and it's phenomenal.
And you won the top dog twist, or which one?
No, three
Dog
twist
twist.
dog.
Yeah. That was
3
great.
years in a row, and I'm not going to compete again. I won it 3 years in a row. How many 3 twist dogs you can make? So,
yeah. Mike, thank you for saying that. I want to add on to what you're saying for everybody to listen to. So a lot of people, like Sunday is the pre-day, because we get set up and people just wanted to help out. So we decided to embrace that like a pre-jam. So the bulk of it's Monday through Thursday.
yes.
But the good news is if people are fully registered, we have replays. And that's always good too, because we know it's Vegas and sometimes people have a good time and they miss some classes. It's normal. And that way I also know what the teachers are teaching beforehand, and it's a dry run for them, but it's a great replay. So that's another reason that people could come for as many days as little days as they want, or just do virtual. So
I just like, there's so many people who are it's just a core group, and it's a fun group, and they're loyal, and they love Steve. They love the Bling Bling Jam. I mean, we
love each other.
I don't want to name drop, but like even like Blanca Mendoza, she loves Steve. Her and her husband own a coffee company. She donates coffee to Bling Bling Jam. What other jam do you go to where they have coffee every morning? You know what I'm saying? Other friends, Nick donates food for the pizzas and that. It's phenomenal. I mean, it's just because they embrace the convention so much, they want to share, and they want to.
We're not going to be able to do some of those things next year at the hotel, unfortunately, they told us, but it's been great, definitely. But
change rules. But the point I'm trying to make is, even if we can't do them, people were willing to do them.
That's right.
People want it, the thing, and
100%,
they want
100%. It's a great community of people. Yes, that's awesome. Was there anything else of what you've gotten out of it, or anything else that that we missed?
I was humbled and honored to be King of Bling.
That was
that was, I mean, that was like, I'm not a at the conventions. I don't know how to say this. I'm usually in the background.
I
I'll
know
be
you.
in the jam room, but I'm not the center of
I
attention. I'll
know.
be in there, but I am. Anybody wants to come up to me, or if they see me twisting, I will show anybody anything. I'm not, you know, just wandering around. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to get attention to myself. So when you gave me that award, it was such an honor because I didn't even think people noticed me in that way, and it was just a
And
great honor to
you got
be.
your disco dog.
Yes, yes. It's
Your disco
I
balloon
don't
dog.
have it in here. It's downstairs on my dresser.
Very nice.
The disco dog. It's probably one of my cherished gifts. It's one of my
I'm
favorites.
glad. You deserve it. You deserve it. That's
It was
awesome.
awesome. I
Yeah.
love it.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Can't
Very,
wait till next year. I'm
yeah.
stoked, and it. All I can say is anybody who's watching this that's never been to Bling, if you're on the fence, dive in, do it, sign up, and I'm sure Steve's going to have a deal. So
Yeah.
just
We
the
talked about it
first
last
chance
night
you
on our
can,
Zoom. Yep.
sign up, do it. You won't regret it. The people are phenomenal. The place is phenomenal, and it's a family feeling event, and
Yeah.
you know you will
And
be
you're very
welcomed
much
with
a
open
part of it.
arms.
Mike, you're very much a part of Bling Bling Jam, and you've helped it all the way along, and we so appreciate you. You know, everyone I'm interviewing here, guys, is Bling Bling Jam.
Yeah,
It's a collective thing. So and we all appreciate each other, and I'm hoping that on these videos that you guys can see that. And this what the saying goes, like-minded people attract each other, right? And
yes.
not that we don't want everybody there, but we want people who mesh well with us. You know what I'm saying? And we're very welcoming, but we are a giving community. We're a giving group of people, and that's who we are. And it's awesome. And Mike, you're like right there, and so appreciate you. So and everything you do. So it's awesome. Was there anything else you wanted to say? I don't
Uh,
know if we forgot anything
I
or
know when we hang up, the
I know
five
it's
things will
always the
hit my
way.
head.
It's
I
always
know,
the
but
way.
right now, no, like I said, if people are thinking of going, bite the bullet, do it, sign up, you won't regret it.
Yeah,
If
we're hoping.
you
I'm
come
thinking.
once, you'll want to keep coming back.
Right, right. I'm not 100% sure yet. I know I discussed with you, Mike, but I think I'm gonna do a 3-day deal
Wow, that's
thing for
awesome.
3 days. Uh
Yeah.
Maybe like I'm thinking about it as I said, the day before Halloween, maybe on Halloween, the day after, I'm thinking, where we announce that, and then obviously it goes up after those 3 days. I think 3 days is enough. One day to me is too stressful.
Yes.
But
And sometimes people are busy. Sometimes people are busy and they're like, "Oh, I missed it." 3 days is that's a great idea. That's awesome.
great. I'm glad you feel that way. So we'll see. I'll get that out there, and we're getting our theme together and all that, and just super excited for year number 11. And I'm super excited
That's
to see you.
another quick comment. That's another phenomenal thing about Bling Bling Jam. Every year there's a theme. It's not like, oh, it's a balloon convention. I'm going to learn this. It's a balloon convention. Every year there's a theme. Last year was Christmas in July. It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm the last
Yeah, yeah.
not this year.
2023.
Yeah.
2024 was the
Um,
10-year anniversary.
every year there's a theme, and you see how all the artists, each of us is individual, how we incorporate what we do into that theme, and it's just
Yeah.
it's exciting waiting to hear what the theme is going to be for each year. And that's another huge thing that Bling Bling Jam has that most other don't.
True. And I thank a lot of you guys because I always like call people like Mike and run things by him. So I have a few people I talk to, and you're definitely one of those people. And I appreciate you so much. So was there anything else that we missed out, Mike, or
I
anything there? It's
can't think of anything.
great to find out you did fire eating and that your wife is a character artist. I had no idea. And that's the purpose of these guys. We want to get to know everybody a little bit better because we know each other, but we really don't know everything about each other. And the perfect examples, right? On the interview. So I find that all to be interesting for me. And I hope you guys are finding it interesting as well. So everybody do us a favor and let us know with your comments, your likes. Let Mike know,
Yes.
some love. He's going to be watching this. This is going to air on Wednesday at 1 o'clock East Coast time. Okay, it's going to premiere, and we will definitely be on watching. And again, hope you guys are enjoying the interviews. Don't forget to subscribe and to share this with other people as well. And then let us know what else you want to know on this station. We're going to doing interviews. I think some balloon tutorials coming, some basic ones. We might move into some other ones too. We'll see. I'm just trying to get a grasp right now of the routine of doing the interviews so far. And it's been basically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday so far at 1 p.m. East Coast time. That might change, but right now it seems to work well. Mike, thank you so much for your time and sharing with the balloon community.
Always a pleasure.
And we appreciate it, and we appreciate you. And everybody, let's bling it on, and we'll see everybody really soon. Over and out. Bye-bye.